Hi everybody, I'm Eric Mulgannon. I film stuff and I forget to post it. I'm sorry about that, but I promise I'm gonna post this because you're watching it right now. Anyways, spoilers! Rest in peace headphone users, I'm sorry. But everybody else, you've been warned. I mean, I did say spoiler, and I still say spoiler again, so spoiler. I just saw Star Wars Rogue One, spoiler. It was amazing! I liked it. It kind of, if you watched, spoiler, at this point, if you're continuing watching this and you haven't seen it yet, it's all on you, internet. Anyways. Back in the day, let's say the 1990s, because I forget exactly what year it was, there was a little device created, and this wasn't any ordinary device. This was the N64. And on the N64, a wonderful game came out. Wonderful. It was called Rogue Squadron. And you can actually get Rogue Squadron on Steam now. Steam has Rogue Squadron. Just so you know. Anyways, anywho, with that game came another game called Rogue Squadron 2, and with the invention of the GameCube, it came, I believe, Rogue Leader. I want to call it Rogue Leader. It might have been Rogue Squadron 3. I don't know. I lost count. But there is a level on that game. Sorry, that was the one I was looking for. A level where it was pretty much in the movie. Yeah, so if you go back and play those games and find it, you'll see. But it was amazing! So amazing! If you can see my face, it would be in face in excitement. It is raining in Hemet, California. That's where I'm in right now. Hemet, California. If you don't know where that is, Google it. Google it and you'll find out this is farthest from everything. Super far and out of the way. If you do know where Hemet is, I'm sorry. Anywho, but yeah, it was like bringing me back to my childhood. I'm wearing my Darth Vader hoodie. You can't see it, but it's one of those Darth Vader hoodies where you zip up and your face is now Darth Vader. Yeah. Amazing. They did Admiral Tarkin. They did a younger version, animation version of him, obviously, because I believe the guy is dead now. They had Darth Vader, they had Princess Leia, and they had C-3PO and R2-D2. One thing that were missing that really disappointed me was Admiral Akbar. It's a trap! They had Admiral Akbar as, you know, I'll call him a friend because I don't know if they're brothers or what. Calamarian weird. Not as weird as Trandoshans though. Trandoshans are weird. Lizard folk and such. Actually, Trandoshans would be... No, never mind. There is nothing good about Trandoshan. And obviously I'm talking about the EU there. However, yeah, it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. There was lots of action. It was actually very sad. It was probably one of the saddest Star Wars movies I've watched. And which one was I just thinking of? Oh, yeah. A little bit sadder than episode 7, but not... Well, nope, episode 7 still takes the cake. If you're going to show people Star Wars that have never seen Star Wars before, make sure you show them 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, 3. Why? Well, because first they got to build that relationship. They got to figure out who is Darth Vader. Oh my God, Darth Vader is, you know, that one. And I'm not going to spoil it just in case someone's watching this who hasn't seen it. But anyways, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. You can fit Rogue One in there after watching the third one. Because why not? Then episode 7. Episode 7 be last. That's because it is really coming down. That's pretty awesome. That is because you got to build a relationship with these characters. Then go back, learn what has to be learned. And then, go from there. There's some stuff I think was mentioned in the Clone Wars series. There's some planets that are mentioned in the Clone Wars series, which was pretty cool. If you watch the Clone Wars series, I believe they still got it on Netflix. Look up the correct order to watch that in, because if you watch it in the order I watched it in, it's terrible. And you're like, why would they release such a film or TV series? But if you look up the correct order, then it makes sense. And you're like, oh, well, this is a good show. That's enough of that ramble, right? Wrong. It was beautifully shot. I loved it. And made the kid in me be like, oh my god, Star Wars X-Wings TIE Fighters. Which was awesome. I don't know how much of it was practical, but those X-Wings were hot. X-Wings are so hot right now. I can say the same thing about the Death Star. The Death Star is so hot right now. And such. I gotta get gas, but I don't know if... Nope, I'm not gonna get gas here. That's expensive. $2.79. It is really hot. I had a bunch of caffeine today. I don't know what's the big size at Starbucks. I don't go to Starbucks often, but I had the biggest size. And it was a caramel frap with extra caramel. I would have loved some butterscotch in there. But apparently Starbucks doesn't have butterscotch. Or maybe it's just the one I went to. Yep. So if you played the original Rogue series, Rogue Squadron, and then you watched this too, you'd be like, wow, there's some stuff in there that brings me back. Brings me back to the good old days. And I kind of want to break out my Nintendo again and start playing. One I really loved was, besides Rogue Squadron series, was Battle for Naboo. A little bit of a harder game to find. Oh look, no lights. I said, a little bit of a harder game to find. And if you have an emulator, good luck playing it. But yeah, it was a pretty good one. I fell in love with the Naboo bomber. That was a pretty good one. Big ship. Big ship. If you could have any ship from the Star Wars universe, what would it be? Post that in the comments below. And such. I'm going to continue my drive. But feel free to listen to these wipers go back and forth for a little bit. Because that's fun. I love the wiper sound. In my car going... Okay, honestly, that's enough of that wiper sound. The silence is driving me crazy. But it was awesome. I really hope people aren't going to hate the way it was shot. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7. Actually, no, 7 was shot differently too. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 4, 5, 6. Well, okay. You get the point. 1 through 6. They were shot pretty much the same type of style. 7 kind of went a little bit freelance on that one. And then this one I feel the opening could have been like there's a piece in there that could have been cut just a little bit, or it didn't even really need to be in there. And it was a flashback, and like, meh. But I mean, it was shot. I liked it. I liked the way it was shot, the way it was filmed. I just hope people don't hate on the beginning. And that's really the only thing. I was like, because I liked it. And of course there's going to be those diehard people that are like, oh, the EU doesn't exist and this doesn't exist. Only the ones that are owned by George Lucas. So 4, 5, and 6 might be the only existence. Maybe 1 through 6 might be the only existence for them. Who knows? Some people are crazy. And others, they're Star Wars nerds. And geeks. Like me! I'm not gonna lie though, I did like the prequels. Why? Before you go crazy, let me tell you why. Internet, calm down, you crazy keys. I know I just said something very offensive to some people. And heck, it might be super offensive to some people. But anyways, hold off on your screaming. I like the prequels. Why? Because Anakin grew with me. I saw 4, 5, and 6. And then I saw, when episode 1 came out, I saw episode 1. Anakin was my age at episode 1. Saw episode 2 when it came out. Anakin was my age when episode 2 came out. Episode 3 in theaters. Anakin was my age when episode 3 came out. That is my logic. That's what I'm sticking to, and that's what I like. Yes, I know people are like, oh, but they said Metachlorians can be whatever. Metachlorians be counted. I hated that. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, I can't really say anything offensive about any other things. But I mean, if you look at some religions, there's gonna be like people will like. I think Scientology does it actually. That's one of those things. But I think that's where people get offended by. I mean, it's just. It's not like. It's every religion into one in a way. That's the way I see it. There's an interview done by George Lucas where he said that it's more like... Oh, that was my wipers, not my blinkers. It's not supposed to be like anything crazy. It's just to show the kind of society we live in, but in a different way. That's what some messages get by. You know. I'm a Jedi, and I'm also a bounty hunter. And I want to make some armor. Gotta get that equipment done. Armor is so hot right now. It's from Zoolander. If you don't know what that is, watch Zoolander. There's a guy. What's his name? I think it's like Tupac something. I don't forget his name, but he's like, Hansel is so hot right now. And there's a couple memes where he's just like, people are like, oh, something is so hot right now. Yes, true story. True story. That I had a little bit in part of making up. Not too much, but just a little bit. But I do want to see it again. I wish I did see it. I want to see it in IMAX. There's a theater in LA. If I get the chance, I don't think I will though. There's a theater in LA. It's called LA Live, and they have a 4D experience where you can smell the scents, you can feel the wind blow, and your seats move. Which is kind of cool. You go to Disneyland, they got like the Bugs Life Theater where it kind of does that. Universal Studios, the Shrek Theater, Shrek 4D, that kind of does that type of thing. That's what I want to go see it in. And in IMAX. Oh, IMAX is so hot right now. Oh my gosh, Becky. Yeah, like seriously, just. Did I mention it's raining? Anyways, it's like what, 15 minutes? Oh my goodness, it's going on 16 minutes right now. Hot. You listen to some rain, you listen to some wipers, you listen to me jabber about spoilers and such. But anyways, oh my goodness. You see this rainy day? I like the rain. It's fun. So yeah, there was a couple things where I felt it was a kickback to the Rogue Squadron series, and I went straight back to it because I'm just jumping all over the place. That's how I work. I don't have a one-track mind. I have a 50,000 track mind where I just go crazy with whatever pops in my head. So anyways, back to the Rogue Squadron series. There's a couple moments in there where I felt like it was a nod back to those games, which was awesome. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So yeah, there was that. I'm tired, the caffeine's wearing off. You ever drink coffee and be like, oh God, I wish I never did that? That's how I am every time I drink coffee. I automatically wish I never did that. Because one, it's annoying. Two, kind of gives me a stomach ache. And three, I get a headache. And, or if I drink coffee affects me worse than caffeine in general. I can have a Monster and be like, okay, I'm cool with this. I have coffee and I'm like, oh my God! Jumping off the walls and such. But yeah, I'm gonna stop it like right now. Right now. And we'll see how it goes. You have a quacktastic night. You have some rain coming your way, hopefully. If you like the rain, well, you like the rain. You like the video. I hope it wasn't too spoiling for you. And I also don't talk too much, right? Yeah, I jabber on about nothing. Complete nonsense here. I'm gonna say that right now. That's complete nonsense I speak. And people are gonna probably complain about that, but I don't care. Because the nonsense is nonsense. And quite frankly, if they sat this far through this video, then they kinda liked it. So that's on them for being a troll. Alright. Boy, everybody, it's time for me to drive on home, and you'll know when you used to go too far. Bum 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 bum.